What's going on now? What is going on? Yo, let me know if you can hear me. And let me know where you're coming from. Let me know if you can hear me, and let me know where you're coming from in the world. I'm going to go through the comments. Let's try and bring this over a bit. Let's have a look then. I'm going to be on for Saturday and Harvey. I'm going to be on for about half an hour, just answering questions, whatever you want to ask me. Cybersecurity, you can ask me about myself if you want. Mainly cybersecurity though. But yeah, let me know where you are in the world. Hear you. Thank you, Mina. What's up from Las Vegas? Come on. India, UK, 80. What's up, Mr. Cypher? SK. Car, you're confusing me abbreviating it. Someone's put, how can I start earning at the age of 18? That is a bit of a loaded question. I don't quite know the answer. I mean, if you're 18, you are probably in college. So yeah, just pick a skill, learn a skill, and then try and get a job or try and do some stuff on your own. Depends what you want to do. I mean, yeah, you're interested in the tech industry. Cool. That's too open for me. Will Splunk fit in everywhere for a seam tool? Splunk is one of the most ubiquitous tool, I would say. It's literally used everywhere. It's a big data analytics tool, but then it is also used for correlation as well. Plus, they're heavily partnered with Cisco, so yeah, Splunk is pretty good. It's quite it's probably the most complex seam tool that's out there currently. But yeah, we got Juan in the chat, one of our SOC Plus members. But yeah, Splunk is pretty good. If you're betting on a tool to use, then I would go Microsoft Sentinel, learn a bit of Splunk. Sumo Logic is one that's used regularly now in the industry, and they're definitely an up and coming vendor. So I would learn, probably those are the big three in terms of SIEM solutions. Oh yeah, digital marketing. I mean, if I'm being critical, instead of trying to do that yourself, I would probably get something like an agentic AI instance spun up and try and teach your AI model digital marketing, and then try and sell it through that. Get OpenClaw set up and tell it everything about everything you've learned so far, and then try and sell some services via that. Because stuff like that type of skill, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, we can start a debate up here, but I feel like that type of skill right now is going to get heavily replaced by AI. So just be the person that's engineering the AI. You know, it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. People are like, oh, AI is taking all the jobs. It's just, no, just get ahead of that and just be the person that is, configuring the AI and being the AI engineer or the AI prompt engineer or whatever you want to call it, and create systems and create products that are driven by AI. I got CompTIA 701 cert now, studying Splunk. Pretty solid, mate. Try Hack Me cert, worth it. I think the Try Hack Me membership is pretty good, if I'm honest. There's loads of shit on there, man. Yeah, it's pretty solid. All good questions. All good questions. I'm just 16. I completed maximum cybersecurity course and have my own channel name, hackers.116. What, hackers.116 on Instagram? Well, let's have a look then, shall we? You're sending me on a goose chase here. Hackers.116. Oh, yeah. Decent. All right, nice, man. Right, I'll drop you a follow on the ET channel. There you go. Boom. 25k followers. Killing it. That's one more follower. Yeah, which skill is best for a girl 18 year? God, again, you're, that's an open-ended question. That is very open-ended. You can do whatever you want to be doing in life. You can be whoever you want to be. I think learning a skill online and working online for me is probably the better option, because then you just have more leverage. You can create like products and services, and then they can scale, and then you don't have to only just trade your time as leverage. But then some people are happy to do that. So it all depends on what you want to do. Someone said, "Who am I?" I am Robbie Steele. I'm one of the co-founders for Empirical Training. Me and the boys been running this this Instagram account for 3 years now. So yeah, we all work in cyber. Been working in cyber for like 10 years. And we have certain school communities where we help people break into cybersecurity. So we give a little bit of information and content training away for free, and then obviously we do some stuff where we work with people one to one. So yeah, we do a bit of everything, but mainly blue team stuff right now, and then we're going to be moving into helping people out with some like GRC training and ethical hacking training as well. I'm low energy tonight. Normally I'm a little bit higher on the octave, but I'm not feeling the best. But I'm still on. I'm still here. So that's the main thing. You know, I could have easily dodged this, but the other boys are busy, so I'm jumping on. So you got my ugly mug for 20 more minutes, 25 more minutes. What are your thoughts on training analysts to recognize deepfake audio and video? What you thought? Fucking hell. Yeah, I guess depends on in what context, because you never really, as like a security analyst, you're never going to be reviewing that type of stuff. I guess that's going to be on the end user. Deep fakes are always going to be there. There's always going to be somebody, you know, I don't know, pretending to be you, calling your nan and granddad, asking for money. That's always just going to end directly onto the user. So please speak loud. Oh God, I have to go up a little octave then. Well, your voice is so low. God. All right, let me know if this is a bit better then. Maybe your volume's down. Maybe turn your volume up. Let me know if this is better. Yeah, it's just the end user. I think just individual people have to learn to spot like a deep fake or somebody pretending to be them. Phishing scams, vishing, fracking, all that good stuff. But how much is it per annum. I don't. That's not my course, to be honest. We could do a little bit of googling now if you want, but I would just go on Google, man. You know the Google. Yeah, just go on. Try Hack Me's website. I think it's something like $50 a month or something. Um, yeah. Someone's put, "I am a big fan of you." That's it. You're only saying that because I followed you on Instagram. Working with the cyber department of police India. That's pretty cool, man. Fair play. Which part of cybersec is irreplaceable by AI? Cool. That's a nice one. This is actually a really good question. I'm going to go with. Uh, I wouldn't say any of it is irreplaceable by AI personally, and that's only because, just like I mentioned before, yeah, there's going to be elements of certain roles in cybersecurity that will be automated, but you're still going to need someone on the end of that. You're still going to need AI engineers, and when you're monitoring customers' network and you're working for these big corporations, these big enterprise businesses, they don't want to rely on robots for their cybersecurity. It's a human-led industry. Humans sell to humans right now, and like the reason why certain companies do business is literally just pre-existing relationships with different people in different areas of businesses. So yeah, you're always gonna need a human because big businesses don't want to bet their bottom dollar on a system that's run by AI. They want some people there. It's that assurance model. So, but yeah, there's always going to be elements of different roles in like DevSecOps or cloud security. Even like now, if you look at oh my god, I nearly internally combusted. If you look at ethical hacking, you've got manual pen testing which occurs. A person will come and either get internal credentials to log in inside your network and then do a pen test from there from the inside, or they're just given an external IP and they're testing you from the outside, and a one-off point in time test. And then you've got these AI, they're not even called AI businesses, just up and coming, innovative businesses like Horizon 3, where they've built these really cool like automated systems where it's basically automated pen testing. So yeah, there's always going to be innovation. There's always going to be people introducing new tools and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the industry is bulletproof, I would say. Someone said it's 9 minutes past 1 in the afternoon in Las Vegas. That's good to know. How to join with you, sir? What do you want to join in on? Give me a bit more context, boy. With the CompTIA 701 cert, I'm assuming this is a Sec Plus and the Splunk Core certified user. Am I job ready? I don't think you are. I think I did a post on this today. I said the three things that you need on your resume right now to get a job in cybersecurity is home projects to showcase practical knowledge. You need to get your hands on the tools that are used in the industry. So you're doing the Splunk Core certified, which is pretty good, but are you actually getting your hands on a demo Splunk instance? And if you are, then create some mini projects off the back of that and then add that to a portfolio. So in cyber now, doesn't matter what you're in. It could be pen testing, it could be GRC, it could be ethical hacking, it could be SOC analyst, cybersecurity analyst. You need two things now. You need a resume. I don't know why this is blurry. It's over here. You need a resume here, which is telling somebody that you've got a skill. And then over here, you've got an evidence portfolio, which is showing somebody that you've got practical skills. So imagine you're going through the Splunk core, right? And you learn a load of different modules in that course. And then you create a project based off of, we'll call it like onboarding. So you've onboarded a log source into Splunk, and then you've documented that process in like a little mini SOP guide. You bank that into your evidence portfolio. Then when somebody says, right, what experience do you have engineering in a seam solution? Instead of telling somebody, you can actually show them. So that's the difference. That's what is getting people hired in this industry. So it's practical skills, it's getting your hands on the actual tools that people are using, and then it's getting real world experience. And that's something that we give you inside of our apprenticeship program. So we've got a cybersecurity apprenticeship program. Um, should be fairly easy to get to. If you go to schoolwithak.com/soc, um, I'll put it in the chat and I'll pin it. Hold on. So if I do that post, I might have to scroll all the way down and then I'll pin my comment. There we go. So that comment's pinned. So if you go there and there should be a link that you can sign up for a call to chat to us about it. We need to be able to, we need to figure out if you're eligible or not, because we don't just take anybody on. You have to fit certain requirements, but we are taking on beginners now, to be fair. But there's more things that you sort of have to tick off in terms of the prerequisites. But yeah, go to the link, book in a call with us, and then obviously if you pass the survey, then you can jump on and we can have a chat. But we are accepting beginners, so I think Juan's still on the call, and we had a guy called Stefano as well. So in the last couple of weeks, we've had 2 guys come on that are absolute beginners, well, not absolute, but just need that base level IT/networking knowledge. So we give them that. They focus on certain content in the beginning. Once they complete that, then they move on to the apprenticeship program and gain all of those key skills, which are the differentiator now to getting a job or not. So yeah, you basically just have to stand out. You have to be doing more than everybody else. There's a lot of people trying to get into the industry. So what are you doing that's different from everybody else? That's the question that you've got to ask yourself. But just being on this live stream and asking thoughtful questions is pretty good. I'm going to go to YouTube because I've been on Instagram for a bit now. So Loki is saying, well, actually Juan is saying, has there been a virus that you could not fix or prevent yet? In my 10-year career, we've had instances where we found malware on a system and maybe we spotted it too late. But there's always a way that you can remove malware from a system. There's always a way. So you can remove encrypted ransomware off a machine, but that doesn't mean that you'll get your data back, And then Loki's just starting to look in cybersecurity, coming from a long retail career. Where's the best to start learning? I've started teaching myself Python script and a bit of networking, IP subnet. I mean, yeah, I kind of touched on it then. Like, I was just on a call with Juan, last week, and the pathway to getting into cyber is to learn the fundamentals. So the fundamentals is IPs, networking, subnets, CIDR ranges, anything to do with networking, basic IT principles, basic cybersecurity fundamentals. You have to build up that knowledge first. Then once you've got that base level knowledge, then you can start to specialize a little bit and figure out where you want to go from there. So yeah, I would do that, man. Hi, I need your help. I'm a cybersecurity student, but don't know how to choose my cybersecurity field. It is kind of hard. This is Royal Army 2.0. Pretty cool username. I would just dip your toe in a few different disciplines. Like, I think the big 4 right now is DevSecOps, cybersecurity analyst, ethical hacking and GRC. A lot of people come to me and they want to do GRC, and I have no idea why. I think people just want to do GRC because they like the sound of it, but they don't actually know what is required on a day-to-day basis. It's basically just a glorified admin role, and there's might be some people on here, like, feel if there's anybody on here, feel free to debate me, and we might even have to jump on a live together and we can talk about GRC. But car, it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of planning. There's a lot of talking, not a lot of action. That's basically the takeaway that I've found. Not it's not when you're doing pen testing and you're learning to be an ethical hacker, that's more fun. And like even as a cybersecurity analyst, you're on the defensive side. You're monitoring a network. Every day is a school day. You're coming across something different. You're having to learn something new every day because there's always, some new exploit off the back of a vulnerability, or there's a new technology or a new log source that's come through that you've never seen before. You need to create some detection around it. So, that keeps you on your toes. Whereas I would say, from my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I'm allowed my opinion, is GRC just seems a bit boring. But if that's your destiny, then that is your destiny. Yeah, CompTIA 701 is the Security Plus cert. That's what I thought. Am I fucking hell? Are the audio levels still good? So the which AI model is good for a low-ended PC? We're not building AI models over here. This is you're in the wrong course, buddy. You're on the wrong Instagram. There's loads of people on Instagram that'll teach you about that though. So, okay, so Andre, when I'm finishing my cybersec uni, I have some school projects, but I have no idea which part of cybersec I want to go because I don't know which they are. Where to find small valuable projects I could do. It makes me laugh when I'm like reading out some sentences that are really poorly structured from a grammatical standpoint. All right, so projects. I would go to YouTube and I would type in Andrew Cyber Jones. That's AJ's, my business partner. He runs our YouTube. He's got loads of projects on there. You could also go to our free school community. So you can do that by signing up for a school account, which is school with a K, SKOOL. Register an account and then just, get your cybersecurity hat on. Just search empirical training. You should be able to find us. We've got a free community there. There's like 12,000 people in there. And we've got classroom sections where we're teaching you about different projects that you can do. So yeah, so I told you before, we got some free shit and we got some paid shit. We got a bit of both. We like to strike that healthy balance. GRC also makes a lot of money. Yeah, it does. There's good money to be made in lots of different areas of cybersecurity, I would say. So what should I do after the Security Plus cert and the Splunk cert? I think you just need to build out a nice little portfolio and round that off. So think about what you've learned there. Think about what you've learned with Splunk. If you think that 75% of your role would be working in a security solution like Splunk, so just create a load of projects around that, and then add that to your portfolio. I would start talking about that on LinkedIn. The louder you are, I think the more opportunities that you get. And it's hard for some people. You don't have to bloody stick your face in front of a camera like I do and AJ does to get noticed, but just post on LinkedIn. You don't need to start on Instagram or anything, but I would just be posting on LinkedIn, build out your portfolio, add loads of recruiters, reach out to people, do the old LinkedIn job application trick where, say, if there's a job at a certain company for a cybersecurity role, connect with some people that work for the business in the IT team or whatever, and then just give them a direct message and say, "Hey, seeing that there's this job going at your company, would you mind internally referring me? Here's my CV." It's the oldest trick in the book, really, but actually not many people know about it. So if you're on the live and you're still listening and you haven't ever done that before, I've done that a few times and it's got me a job. It's very sneaky. So I try that. I've set up a VM, but I don't know how to continuously monitor. Yeah, I mean, what I would do is pick something that you can set up and you can have a play around with. So creating a Microsoft account and then spin up a free trial with Microsoft Azure, and then spin up Microsoft Sentinel, and then get some data flowing into there, and then start creating some projects around that. Because if you think, yeah, Microsoft Sentinel plus Splunk, they're probably the top two security SIEM solutions that are out there. So yeah, you want to be creating some projects around that. I was about to say projects, man. Yeah, y'all want to be creating some projects around that. Wanted to ask Robbie, have you ever been on the receiving end of a red team test? Yeah, loads of times actually. I've headed up a lot of SOCs over the years, and customers are always engaging in red team um, engagements, just because they wanna know if their systems are robust, and our monitoring systems are robust, and they're going to catch certain attacks. So yeah, I've been on the end of successful. Well, you could call it, if they want to play ball, then you could say it's a purple team and engagement. So the red teamers will, ethically hack in. Then the blue teamers will see if there's enough visibility there, and they're catching as much of the activity as possible. And at the end, you come together and create a bit of a report and a lessons learned, and then you plug the gaps, because there's always going to be gaps. There's always going to be ways around the standard detection. And then sometimes the customers will sort of point the finger, and then others are a bit more understanding, and they know that there's work to be done. And sometimes customers want to do it to just call you out and to maybe get out of contracts. I've had it before where a customer's done a red team, we've not caught it because of XYZ, and they want to, yeah, they want to leave because of it, because they don't think they're getting the right service. And but it could be a plethora of reasons. We might not even have the visibility around the logs that were being attacked, and yeah, there's all sorts of components to it. So, but it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Is it obvious if it's red team? They do try and make it obvious. Like sometimes they'll use a user. They'll use a user. They'll they'll use a user that's called like P test or something like that, or it'll be like Mickey Mouse. I've actually had it before where we've had some failed logins from someone like Mickey Mouse, and then my guys didn't raise it, and I'm like, "Are you serious? It could not be any more obvious." Yeah. Good questions. I'm enjoying this tonight. We've been on for half an hour already, but I'll stay on for a little bit longer. I guess the alerts would not notify, but thanks for confirming. I have a good start with Security Plus. Now to get a portfolio going. Yeah, man. Yeah. Just keep building it out. Join the free school community as well if people aren't already joined. The pinned one is our paid community, but We've got a free one as well, so just drop in there and just even if you dropped in and made some community posts saying, "Hey, I want to start some projects, don't really know where to start." There's loads of people in there that want to help, so yeah, get involved. I don't know how many people are still on the live knocking about. Oh, not many. Yeah, so the free link is basically going into school, just sign up for an account and then just search empirical training and you'll find us. But yeah, it's basically school.com/cybersec. What's the one thing that users do that make you want to face plant into your keyboard? Well, I guess they do a lot of things. And with businesses, the regular user doesn't really have security in mind on their day-to-day, comings and goings. They're just focused on doing their job. So yeah, I guess there's a lot of things that they do that could be frustrating, but it's our job to just educate, monitor, and escalate the right information back to the customer to then optimize and ultimately keep them safe and keep their security posture as robust as possible. Yeah, you want the path of least resistance as a just a regular user in a company. They're not going to always be thinking, "Oh, I've got to operate at the highest level of cybersecurity when I'm doing my job." It's the polar opposite, really. When I see someone preparing to be a SOC analyst, someone preparing to be a penetration tester, someone preparing to be blue team or red team, I think I should also do that. I can't decide on one. Yeah, I think you just need to check both of them out and do a little bit more research on where you want to go. But also, you can do both. I've been in the industry for 10 years now, and a lot of boys or girls that I've worked with have started off as blue teamers and then they've moved into the red teaming world. Normally, it's blue team first. So if you're unsure, then I would just learn blue team, learn how to be a SOC analyst. Then once you've done that, then move into the red team stuff. Um, I imagine disagree with some companies don't want to fund training. Yeah, some companies just don't have enough money. They don't have enough budget for everything. So some things fall by the wayside a bit. Um, I'm in uh, I'm in contact with a Cisco here. He told me to get Security Plus. Just mentioned to get Splunk certified and told me he would start me 85K. And I don't have any. Yeah, sick. That's unbelievable. If he'll take you on after you've got both of those certifications, let me know. Yeah, give us a message, man. That's pretty cool. Loki's put, what do you prefer working with, physical firewalls or cloud firewalls, and which is better to understand? Uh, in principle, they both work exactly the same. It's just one is sitting on premise, and then one is hosted virtually in the cloud. But the way that they work with the ACLs and everything like that is fundamentally the same. I would say, but I'm not like a network engineer. I'm not configuring firewalls for companies. That's not what a cybersecurity analyst does. It's not really their job. That would be more for the networking team, like the NOC. If they've got like a managed service, and they want like all their firewalls managed, then there'd be a different team that would do that. Yeah, it's not really it's not really classed as a cybersecurity role either, but it you are adopting a lot of cybersecurity principles. But yeah, there's a job as well. I'm gonna have to do like one or two more questions and then go to bed. But I appreciate all of the other people that are hung in there and been listening to my nonsense. How much do you work remotely? Obviously, you'll be technical anyway, but remote from an office or your place of work. Right now, I'm just remote. I'm fully remote, but I go in when I'm needed. And some people that I've worked with over the years, some people have half and half, some people have fully remote. It all depends on what's going on. So, yeah, try not to forget my name, Red Toad. Yeah. Yeah, I won't, man. Yeah, drop us a DM in Instagram and yeah, let us know how you're getting on. What are you going to get into after the live session? It's nearly 9 p.m. in the UK, so I'm off to bed. I'm knackered. I've had a long day. I'm boring. Oh, Robbie, I feel old. I turned 20 today. Big up to the old Harvey Roberts boy. Happy birthday, man. He's going to be an up and comer. I know he is. Yeah, I've got to go. But what advice would you give me? I'm starting university this September to study computer science. I would say use your time wisely. Don't just spend the next 3 years just doing what they tell you. I would do more in between and yeah, build up that portfolio. So for the people that have stuck through right to the very end, is get your resume stacked and then also build out an evidence portfolio of projects. Anyway, that's me out. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate all the comments. That was good. Literally flat out questions the whole time for 40 minutes. It's exactly what I want. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. And appreciate all the support as well and all of the posts and everything like that. I'll be coming with a little bit more energy next time. See you later.